गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स, माई सेल्फ डॉक्टर आशीष पंचाल फ्रॉम त्रिशाला इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ बायोलॉजी। जैसे लास्ट वीडियो में हमने देखा था कि ऑस्मो रेगुलेशन एंड द डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनिजम्स लाइक मराइन एनिमल, टेरेस्ट्रियल एनिमल एंड द फ्रेश वाटर एनिमल, हाउ दे रेगुलेट देयर ऑस्मोटिक बैलेंस इन द बॉडी। नाउ आज हम देखेंगे कि क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म बेस्ड ऑन देयर एक्सक्रीटरी प्रोडक्ट। आज के टॉपिक में हम देखेंगे क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म बेस्ड ऑन देयर excretory product। So mainly the organism are classified into three types: ammoniotelic, ureotelic and the uricotelic. So mainly they are classified as ammoniotelic. Second one is Ureotelic and third one is the Uricotelic. Now what are the difference between ammoniotelic, ureotelic and the uricotelic? So first, their excretory product. Excretory product. So in the ammoniotelic, the organism excrete the ammonia. In ureotelic, the organism excrete the urea, and the uricotelic, the organism excrete the uric acid. Okay, so depending on the excretory product, the organism are classified into three types: ammoniotelic, ureotelic and the uricotelic. Those organisms which excrete the urea, they are known as uricotelic. Those excrete the ammonia, they are known as ammoniotelic, and those which are excrete the uric acid are known as the uricotelic. Now the second point is the toxicity. Okay, so always toxicity, always the ammoniotelic means the ammonia is highly toxic. Ammonia is highly toxic. Urea is the less toxic, and the uricotelic is the least toxic. Means the ammonia is highly toxic substance. Second, urea is less toxic and the uric acid is the least toxic. Then the requirement of the water for the excretion. Requirement of water for excretion of product. So always ammonia require the high amount of water for the excretion. They require the more amount of water for the excretion. Second, urea require the less amount of water for the excretion, and uric acid require the least amount of water for the excretion. Okay, so requirement of the water for the excretion: ammonia has the higher amount of the water required, urea required the less amount, and the uric acid required the least amount of water for the excretion. Now the next is the how the ammonia is excreted. So always ammonia is excreted with the help of the body surface by simple diffusion. So they are excreted by body surface or a gills. There is no role of the kidney for the excretion of the ammonia. So there is no role of kidney for excretion of ammonia. Okay, how the urea is excreted? So always urea is excreted with the help of the kidney. They are excreted with the help of kidney. How? So actually in the human, the ammonia is converted into urea in liver. So in liver, ammonia is converted into urea with the help of the urea cycle, and this urea is enter into the blood, and from the blood with the help of the urine, the urea is excreted from the body. Okay, so how the urea is formed in the liver? Okay, so here it is the urea cycle, and in urea cycle it is, as we all know, that the ammonia, so that is two molecules of ammonia react with the carbon dioxide, and with the help of the carbonyl phosphatase synthetase enzyme. Which enzyme? The enzyme name is carbonyl phosphate synthetase enzyme, and during this reaction the 2 ATP is used and it forms the 2 ADP, okay, plus PI, and it will form the carbonyl phosphate. It forms the carbonyl phosphate. Now with this carbonyl phosphate, ornithine and with this ornithine and this carbonyl phosphate, with the help of enzyme carbonyl phosphate transferase. Which enzyme? Carbonyl phosphate transferase. Carbonyl phosphate transferase enzyme, sorry, not carbonyl phosphate, carbonyl ornithine transferase. Okay, it is ornithine. Carbonyl ornithine transferase enzyme, it convert ornithine to citrulline. Okay, so citrulline is the first compound synthesized in the urea cycle, so it is known as a citrulline cycle also. This is the urea cycle, but the first stable compound is citrulline, that's why it is known as the citrulline cycle. Now this citrulline convert into arginosuccinic acid. With the help of enzyme, it is arginosuccinic synthetase, and during this reaction again the one molecules of ATP is used and it is converted into AMP plus PPI. So that AMP, adenosine triphosphate, convert into adenosine monophosphate, and during this reaction the aspartic acid is added. Aspartic acid is added. So with the help of aspartic acid and the citrulline, and with the help of enzyme arginosuccinic synthetase, the citrulline is converted into arginosuccinic acid. Now this arginosuccinic acid, with the help of arginase enzyme, with the help of arginase enzyme and succinase enzyme, it is remove the fumaric acid and it convert into arginine. Now this arginine, it convert into ornithine, and during this reaction the one molecule of water H2O is converted into urea. So during this cycle urea is formed, that's why it is known as the urea cycle, and the first compound formed, that is citrulline, so it is known as the citrulline cycle also. Okay, so with the help of this urea cycle in the liver, the ammonia is converted into urea. Okay, now The uric acid. So always uric acid is excreted in the form of, they are excreted in the form of paste-like substance. They are excreted in the form of paste-like substance. Now the animal, okay, certain animal, for example, like bony fishes, some animal like bony fishes. Then the second one is the tadpole. Then third one is the aquatic insect. These are the animal. ये सारे animal ऐसे they are excrete the ammoniotelic, means they are the excrete the ammonia. Ureotelic. So ureotelic में कौन कौन से हैं? So उसमें आएंगे all mammals. Okay. Then the adult amphibian. An adult amphibian means like frog. Adult amphibian, they are also excrete the urea. And in Ureotelic, the example are all birds, then reptile, then land snail. And here one more example, that is the marine fishes. Marine fishes. Okay. Now one question is that in Ureotelic, always egg lines animal. Okay, always they are the egg lays animal excrete the uric acid. Why? Because in the egg, सोचो शायद ये, suppose this is the egg and inside the egg embryo is there. This is the embryo, this is the egg and it's the embryo. Means during the embryonic development, if embryo release the ammonia or urea, then ammonia and urea is highly soluble and they are more toxic. Okay, and it cause the harmful effect to embryo. Means अगर egg lays animal हैं और वो ammonia और urea excrete कर रहे हैं, तो eggs के अंदर क्या होगा? ammonia और urea का डिपोजिशन हो जाएगा, and due to that they are highly toxic and highly soluble, so they are harmful to the embryo. That's why the egg-laying animal excrete the uric acid, and uric acid are formed the precipitate in the eggs and they are least harmful. Okay, and when the egg get hatched, they never interfere the development of the embryo. That's why the all egg-laying animal release the uric acid. Okay. Now one more thing, बहुत सारे animal ऐसे भी है they are excrete the dual excretory product with respect to their habitat. For example, अगर हम देखें crocodile, so crocodile actually क्या है? reptile है. So actually crocodile क्या release करता है? They release the uric acid. So in land, on land, crocodile excrete the uric acid, but in water the crocodile excrete the यूरिया. वैसे ही कि एम्फीबियन, तो अगर फ्रॉग है तो फ्रॉग क्या करता है? यूरिया रिलीज करता है. बट टैडपोल में चले जाओ तो टैडपोल क्या करता है? अमोनिया रिलीज करता है. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म बेस्ड ऑन देयर एक्सक्रीटरी प्रोडक्ट. जैसे अगर यहाँ हम वापस एक बार दोबारा देखते हैं कि अमोनोटेलिक, यूरियोटेलिक एंड द यूरिकोटेलिक. If the excretory product is ammonia, then it is known as ammoniotelic. Urea, then it is known as ureotelic. Uric acid, then it is known as the uricotelic. Toxicity, always ammonia is highly toxic, urea is less toxic, and uric acid is the least toxic. Now, demand of the water for the excretion. Always all aquatic animal excrete the ammonia because the ammonia requires the high amount or the more amount of water for the excretion. Urea requires the less, and uric acid requires the least amount of water for the excretion, and that's why the uric acid is excreted in a form of the paste. Okay, in bird they do not have the urinary bladder, so उसमें fecal content and urine both are excreted with the same pathway and at the same time, that's why it is in a fecal are in a form of the paste like substance. अमोनिया है वो बॉडी सरफेस से और गिल से एक्सक्रीट होता है, उसमें किडनी का कोई रोल नहीं है. यूरिक एसिड, यूरिया जो बनता है वो हमारी बॉडी में लीवर में बनता है अमोनिया में से. तो दो अमोनिया और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कंबाइन होकर पूरा यूरिया साइकिल होगा और उसमें यूरिया फॉर्म होगा. वो यूरिया ब्लड में चला जाएगा और विद द हेल्प ऑफ किडनी द यूरिन आर एक्सक्रीटेड एंड इन दिस यूरिन द यूरिया इज एक्सक्रीटेड. एग्जाम्पल देखें तो अमोनोटेलिक में बॉनी फिशेस, टैडपोल एंड द एक्वाटिक इंसेक्ट. एंड यूरिया में देखें तो मैमल्स, मराइन फिशेस, एडल्ट एम्फीबियन लाइक फ्रॉग एंड क्रोकोडाइल जब वो पानी में होता है. यूरिकोटेलिक उसमें बर्ड, रेप्टाइल, लैंड स्नेल और लैंड पे अगर क्रोकोडाइल लैंड पे है तो यूरिकोटेलिक है. वाई ऑल एग-लेंस एनिमल एक्सक्रीट द यूरिक एसिड? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन कि अगर एम्ब्रियो एग के अंदर डेवलप हो रहा है तो एम्ब्रियो अगर यूरिया और अमोनिया रिलीज करेंगे तो वो एग सेल के अंदर रहेंगे एंड दे आर हाईली टॉक्सिक. तो उसकी वजह से एम्ब्रियो को डैमेज हो सकता है या फिर एम्ब्रियो को इंटरफियर करता है. बट यूरिक एसिड अगर रिलीज होगा तो दे आर लिस्ट टॉक्सिक एंड लिस्ट सॉल्युबल, सो दे आर प्रेसिपिटेटेड आउट इन द एग सेल्स व्हेन इट इज हैच्ड. ओके, नेवर इंटरफियर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो. ओके, थैंक यू. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द classification of the organism based on their excretory product. In next lecture we will discuss the excretory system in the various animal. Okay, thank you.